guy looks. All right, let's go into the running back situation. Alvin Kamara is the guy. Of course, we know AK-41 is facing league suspension, and of course, we know that's something that we talked about ad nauseum about conduct. NFL conduct says that he could be out anywhere between we initially had 3 to 4 weeks. They're saying 6 weeks according to NFL policy, and it does say that with the type of stuff that he did and get involved with is a 6-week suspension. But the thing about it is the Saints knew Alvin Kamara did this. This happened during the right before the Pro Bowl, so we had plenty of time to kind of go through the draft. We went through free agency all up into the third layers of free agency. So the Saints had more than enough time to work around this thing and figure out what options they wanted at the running back position. And I still say they'll bring in a veteran running back. Sometimes during training camp, they always do. All right, so outside of that, behind Alvin Kamara is Mark Ingram's there. Then, of course, we talked about the other running backs that's on tab. Dwayne Washington, mostly a special teams running back there. Mark Ingram is a guy that is the veteran that most people want to go with the black and gold. He's the team's all-time leading rusher. 32 years of age. He cannot carry the team like he used to carry. That's definitely known that Mark can't do that anymore. So whatever happens, it's going to have to be backed by committee approach. And you're going to have guys like Tony Jones Jr., Devine Zigbo, Abram Smith, and to a lesser degree, Dwayne Washington, which, Dwayne Washington is mostly there for special teams. I don't anticipate Dwayne Washington really having an impact in the running back room per se. He's a special teams guy. I just don't know if the Saints say, well, let's see what Dwayne Washington can do, because he's a north-south runner, doesn't catch the ball well out of the backfield, not a good catcher of the ball. That's been a knock on him. Tony Jones Jr. is a guy that got a lot of wiggle with him. I ain't gonna say he's fast, but he got some wiggle with him. He looks good running, and guy has good rhythm as a back, could get going, but he's been injured. He's been injured a lot. Devine Zigbo is a guy that does have some attributes, but Devine Zigbo has not. We haven't seen a large sample size serving of what Devine Zigbo can do in real action, and that's been the thing with him bouncing back between the Saints and the Jags over the last 3 years. He hasn't had a lot of live game experience, which he probably could get depending on how he looks in training camp. And then, of course, Abram Smith is a guy that the Dennis Allen administration likes because he's a north-south runner with power, similar to Dwayne Washington. He has also played linebacker, which he'll help out in special teams. That's why I said the biggest threat to Dwayne Washington is Abram Smith. That guy is a big threat to him making the team this year. Trust and believe that. Okay. And then, of course, the fullback is Adam Prentice, who's a traditional style fullback, like a NFC North type of fullback that you put in there and block for you, stuff like that. Me, I kind of like, like I've said it before, a guy that could play the tight end position and the fullback position, kind of a jack of all trades guy. We don't need a fullback there just occupying space. It's like having a third quarterback. We could free open that position and add another running back if we need to, or whatever, or perhaps. But hopefully we can find more of an athletic approach. I thought we did that last year with Alex Armah when Sean Payton brought him in here. He's the first signing that he had. He brought that guy in here. I thought that he would stick and stay. Coach Payton played around with it and then put him on the street, and then he went elsewhere. So I thought they would at least try to work him in some type of stuff. But Prentice is really just a traditional fullback there. So it'll be interesting to see if we can have one of the running backs to kind of challenge Prentice, because he really doesn't have any competition. And we don't often use fullbacks. So, we'll see if Dennis Allen's offense under Pete Carmichael uses this type of offense where they'll use the fullbacks. Only time will tell. So we'll see.
Perfect.